Writing fatigue. Oh, that's a real thing. A lot of people think that you can't get fatigued doing something that isn't physical. You can actually get more fatigued doing that than you can doing manual labor. Because when you're doing construction, doing yard work, working in the woods or anything, you get tired. But that is a physical tired. One that a nap, rest, taking a break can, relieve a little bit. To me, I call that almost an honest tired. Writing fatigue is where you kind of spent all this time mentally trying to create a problem, solve a problem, explain a problem, develop all kinds of character features and everything. You're constantly using your brain. That's something where just a nap is not going to take care of it, because your brain really never gets time off. It's taking care of your bodily functions. If you're not writing, you still have to figure out what you're going to eat for dinner. You still got to do chores. You still got to, I've got to take care of this. I've got to take care of this. So your brain never gets relief. You're a carpenter, you're a mechanic, you're a lumberjack, you're a baker, you're a printer, anything like that. You leave it when you go home. Okay, you get a break from it. But when you've been trying to finish this paragraph, you've been trying to finish this scene, you've been trying to finish this chapter, you're this close to finishing the book. For me, the last chapter of a book is the longest and the hardest. It kind of makes me feel like I do when I'm coming back from a trip and the plane has pulled up to the gate of where I need to get off to go home. And I'm standing there in the aisle with everybody else. And everybody's saying, please remain seated, please remain seated. And nobody pays any attention because we all want to get off the damn plane. And that is always the longest stretch of the entire trip, is watching the gate come up to the side of the plane. What do you do when you get the writer fatigue? You set it aside. When you're done, when you've typed out that last word, that last punctuation mark, that whatever, just walk away. Give yourself a day, 2 days. Go watch television. Do something where your brain does not necessarily have to function. I like saying I have all these non-cerebral activities for when I have writer fatigue. I've got, iTunes TV, I have Netflix. I've got all kinds of old TV shows that I used to watch when I was a kid. I watch those. Why does that make a difference? They're familiar. I don't have to wonder what's going to happen next. I know what's going to happen next. I've been watching these things for over 50 years. I can tell you, watching an episode of Adam 12, when Pete's going to say something, when Reed's going to say something, when the dispatcher's going to make an announcement over the radio. It's familiar. I am fine with that. I don't have to think. I just have to surrender myself and go with the experience. And so when you're dealing with writing fatigue, or if you're a student, you're dealing with mental fatigue, go find something that's totally familiar, something that will not offer you any surprises. Go back and reread a favorite book. I do that a lot too. Rewatch a favorite movie. Yep. I am pretty good at being able to tell you every cell and every scene and every frame of Kung Fu Panda, The Agony and the Ecstasy, Death of Stalin, and Trouble with Angels, and S.O.B. Those are my go-to comfort food movies. Just curl up, cold drink, warm cup of cocoa, bowl of popcorn, a couple of cookies, some cheese and crackers, whatever. Just let your brain shut off. Ride. Go with the experience. And just like a carpenter, a mechanic, construction worker, good night's sleep and a long hot shower can make them feel a lot better the next day. Trust me, this is how you'll deal with writing fatigue.